Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to go play. Don't matter if I'm ready, it matters if they're ready.
Coach, you've been involved in some big rivalries, some championship games with other teams. What's it like to be the head coach in that situation over the course of the last 2 weeks as opposed to being an assistant or being part of the process?
That's a good question. I mean, there's a lot more detail involved, a lot more, you have to worry about twice as much, or really 3 times as much, because you have special teams, and then the demeanor of the whole team, not just the guys you're responsible for, and making sure they're in the right frame of mind and understand what they can accomplish and how to do it, and make sure everyone's on the same page, from coaches to everybody. And it is a lot bigger burden, of course. I mean, we expect that with the head coach, but when you got good kids and good coaches, and it makes it a lot easier. I'll say that.
You happy with the preparation this week?
Yeah, been good. Guys have been into it, locked in, forgotten last week, seen to it, and looking forward to taking the opportunity. I'm anxious to see how they handle it.
The opportunity to play for a championship game is one thing, but you've still got a game left after this one. How do you let the kids know that, you're preparing as best you can for a championship, but there's still games to play?
Well, these because there's so much time afterwards, it's almost like they get to no matter what happens. I mean, I don't say no matter what happens, but I mean, you put it all into this. You go full speed, you play for the championship, then you have time to regroup, and it's really like another season, the bowl season. I count the bowl season as another season. I don't count it into the regular season because there's such a big gap between the games. That's the thing that makes college unique. These are more like regular season games as far as preparation, because you don't have time to heal. You don't have time to worry about what's going to take normal week preparation. So from that standpoint, I don't think it'll be a big deal, because I think we'll separate the bowl season from what we're doing right now.
You mentioned that you think that they had forgotten about last week. Is that kind of a tough balance between carrying momentum from one week to another, but then also putting it behind and
well, I don't know what I meant by carry. I mean, not still dwelling and talking about that game. I mean, it's just like a game you do during the year. I mean, in other words, if you're playing well, you continue to play well. If you play poorly, hopefully, you fix it and do what you got to do mentally. I think mentally, from a point of how they played, I don't think they forgot it. But from a standpoint of who they played and the joy of beating Florida, I think they've pushed past that. I guess that's what I was meaning.
You talk about the balancing act of rushing a guy like Tyrod Taylor, not getting too far upfield, because then he can beat you.
That's always, anytime you got an athletic quarterback. The good thing about that, our guys get that every day from Christian. You know what I mean? When he's in practice, or EJ when he's in practice, when they run it, we get out of the lane. So it's something that is very similar. We're athletic guys that make plays with their arm afterwards and make plays with their legs. So they've gotten a pretty good dose of that, because we go good on good every day. So they've kind of went against guys like that.
Who'd you use on the scout team to mimic Tyrod?
Just a couple athletes, but not. I mean, they get it in the good on good, and they'll use a couple of those skill guys, but it's still hard because you can't get the throwing out of them. You know what I'm saying? There's not many guys that can throw, so it's hard to mimic a guy like that. It really is. They're all on our field.
What % do you think Ty Jones is? I know he's been kind of banged up, but
I think he'll be relatively healthy. I guess I have to see the trainer tomorrow to give you a percentage, but I think it's a relatively high one. He was pretty. To practice 2 days in a row, Tuesday and Wednesday, he never missed anything. So I feel pretty good about it. Unless something happens between now and then. Hope it doesn't.
You feel pretty good about Chris handling a bigger load if need be?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and you got that, and you still got Lonnie back there, and you can put Burrell in there, and you got Dunham play fullback. You got guys that can do some things.
So many people have been talking about their running game, but obviously you don't win 10 games in a row with strictly your running game. What other areas do you think that they're going to give you concerns in?
Well, I think first of all, special teams. They got great returners. They cover well and do a great job in their special teams. They can throw the football, have big play guys. Again, Tyrod, ability to throw and pass. Everybody talks about his running, but he can throw the football. And he got a strong arm and gets it down. And he's learned to be a pocket guy. So, they'll give you. And then on defense, they create turnovers. They win that field position battle. They create turnovers on defense. That's one thing their defense does that is really outstanding. I mean, I say that they're all outstanding in everything they do, but I mean, those things affect the game. They really affect the game, the turnovers, and they do a great job of getting them.